Boys have a penis, girls have a vagina.
Before we get into the video, this video is sponsored by DIYOJ, which is a custom jersey making company who has made the shirt that I am currently wearing right now. Whether it be baseball, American football, and I mean the real football, or as they call it, soccer in the United States of America. And if you guys want to get discounts, hit the link in the description below and you'll be able to do that there. But without further ado, let us get into the video.
This is a queer fat club.
I'm queer and fat.
Okay, thank you for joining. We're just introducing ourselves at the moment.
Okay.
Do you want to go ahead and introduce yourself, Joe?
Yeah, my name's Joe. I go by he, they, and I identify as 275 pounds.
Okay.
I feel like Jay's kind of making fun of me though. I know it's kind of a shock. I know, kind of a new thing.
I'm just,
Do what?
I said I apologize.
Oh no, you're good.
Are you comfortable leaving the group at the moment?
Why?
I'm not understanding why you're joining the group.
This is the queer and fat group now.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I came here for.
Okay. And you said you identify as fat?
Yeah.
Okay. This is just for fat-bodied people.
Yeah, I understand. I identify as a fat-bodied person.
I'm not understanding where you're coming from.
Are you guys comfortable with me here? I mean, I'm pretty chill on my end.
I'm not comfortable, no.
I do not see the issue in what he did. He just used their logic against him, and I do the same thing as well. Some days I like identifying as a white woman. It is what it is.
Have me for 24 hours, and I couldn't say no. What would we do?
When do you think it's appropriate to talk to children about how they identify, whether they're a boy or a girl or otherwise?
I would say, like, from a very young age, like, not, like, press it on them, but, like, be like, hey, just letting you know, like, this is, like, there's more than two genders, like.
Lionel Messi puts his hand up and says, actually, I'm feeling like a woman today. Do you play him in the American women's national team, Francesca? Yes or no?
Lionel Messi had to undergo an incredible...
Yes or no?
He had to undergo an incredible amount of treatment when he was young. He had a bunch of, like...
Would you allow him to put his hand up, say he's a woman, and play in the American women's national team?
He had a growth spurt. I'm a big Messi fan, so... But let me just explain this to you.
Answer my question. Would you allow him, if he said, I'm a woman, to play in the American women's national team?
You're using the wrong pronoun
Yes, right now. Hell yeah, are you kidding me?
Wow.
Messi on the U.S. women's national team? Hell yeah.
Would you allow Usain Bolt to do that and be in the sprinting team?
Yes, because that would mean they're a trans woman. They identify as women.
I get it. So just to be clear, you'd let Lionel Messi play in the women's national football team and destroy women's football forever. You'd let Usain Bolt...
it'd be very difficult to get a ticket, which would suck.
I want to do a little checklist here. You'd let Usain Bolt compete as a sprinter in the American women's Olympic team?
Yes.
Okay. You would let Floyd Mayweather compete as a boxer in the women's American boxing team?
Yeah,
you are a complete and utter lunatic.
I completely agree with Francesca. I agree with Francesca, and I go
further.
They would have
to transition.
You
always say that you want to be a penguin. I would let you live at London Zoo in a cage like the rest of the penguins.
You know what? I'd be a very popular exhibit.
For any of those people who have watched football and know Lionel Messi, if he was to play in the Women's Football League, he would score about 200 goals per season.
I have had periods before, and I can give birth, and I do have an IUD, so I disagree.
So biologically you're a woman?
Biologically, however, I take hormones to not be. So no, the thing you're miscommunicating, there's a difference between sex and gender. If you look it up, you can find that anywhere. Sex, yes. Sex, only people with the female sex can have birth, give periods, but that does not make them a woman.
So, you're a transgender man, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so my thing is if you're taking testosterone, correct?
Yes.
So won't the testosterone take your period away eventually? And if you're trying to become a man, why are you trying to claim something that's exclusive to women, again, period?
Because the thing is, yes, I won't have periods, but again, not all trans men have access to testosterone.
Only women can get periods, what do you think?
Of course. And they deserve the right to control their own bodies. Only men are making these decisions. I say we castrate them all.
What do you think about the men who say they can get periods?
They're idiots.
The reason you can give birth and possibly give birth, because we don't know all the complications you've had to go through, the rigorous rubbish that you've gone through, is because you're a woman. It's really that simple. No matter how many words you want to try and change, and no matter how much of reality you're trying to bend, you will always be a woman. Before we get back into the video, I need everyone to turn on their post notifications so that you get notified whenever one of my videos come out. Like the video as much as possible, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and follow me on Twitter at YinkaThatGuy. Let us get back into the video.
What do you guys think about Lizzo? Do you think she's like healthy?
Fuck yeah. She's vegan. Like, she's active. I'm seeing her on TikTok. She's dancing. She's working out.
Do you think you can be healthy and obese at the same time?
I think you can, just because a lot of times it is super mental and it is literally genetic, where like sometimes you're eating healthy and your body literally, that's just how you look like.
I think people have like health issues that cause them to like not be able to lose weight as easily as others.
Some people have to work way harder to be like more in shape, I guess.
Do you think you can be healthy and obese?
I think it's a yes and no, because I know some fat people that literally are super healthy, like eat the best and everything. They just can't lose weight. So I think yes.
As I've said, these people will forego the truth in replacement of people's feelings. I know if it was the case for us to call one of these people Lizzo and say they look like Lizzo, they would take offense to that. But hey, let's cater to people's feelings.
Wild question. If a girl is dating a trans man, is that gay?
Oh. Yes.
No.
Not gay?
No.
Bruh.
Not gay? They identify as a man. I'm gonna let them have that.
That's true.
Good for them.
Would you date a trans woman?
It's possible.
Huh?
This is a bright future ahead of us. #1 in innovation here at ASU. We'll see what happens. I gotta get to math class.
If a girl is dating a trans man, is that gay?
Wait. I don't think so. I don't know. I feel like they wouldn't consider it gay, but I do see that as pretty gay, because me personally, if I knew you were a woman, I'm gonna look at you as a past woman now. Like, you know what I mean? Like, once I know that you used to be a woman, it's gonna be really hard for me to like obviously I see you physically as a man, I'll call you a he, but dating you, I would consider myself gay if I did that, so.
Girl is dating a trans man, is that gay?
No, he's a man.
No. Would y'all date a trans woman or a trans man?
I have.
I would.
You sound like a gay.
Well, I am gay, so I don't know. I personally wouldn't date a trans female.
Whoa, I've had this debate a couple times. I feel like I'm sweating now.
That's a really controversial topic.
Fair enough.
Too early for this.
It's 11:51.
It could be a little gay. It's not like that gay. Like they're gay because like they have the woman body parts.
Yeah.
You know?
Like they would not have it.
Yeah, exactly. So that's gay. I mean, it's probably just a little gay. I've seen like things that are more gay than that. Wow.
There really shouldn't be any thought to this question. It's a very simple answer to the question, but because they're also indoctrinated and programmed to believe in nonsense, they have to think before a simple question like this.
Harley Kirk believes that TikTok is turning children trans.
This is Chloe Cole. She's a detransitioner.
In my experience, I learned about transgenderism through the internet at roughly about the age of 11 or 12. And I mean, it captivated me. I had body image issues, and it felt like I found the explanation for as to why I felt so different from the women around me. This has left permanent effects on my body. I might not be able to have children. I don't have my breasts anymore. I have complications from the puberty blockers, the testosterone, and the surgery.
That's
3
correct.
years after I've stopped taking all of them.
I'm very suspicious about, okay, but I understand.
Are you calling her a liar?
No, but I am saying that I'm pretty sure a mastectomy, that's not in the trans guidelines of how people should transition.
Oh, it is.
No, it's 100% is. Look at
It's in the WPATH guidelines.
WPATH guidelines that came out last
They've been lowering the age guidelines for years.
It doesn't matter what you tell these people, they can have the truth right in front of their face, as this student did have with a detransitioner in front of him, and they still won't believe it. They just want to cater to people's feelings.
If you had a kid and they were doing OnlyFans, what, you just disown them because they made a bad decision?
Until they clean their life up, yeah.
You're a bad parent. Wow.
Okay, listen, first of all, let's dive into this just a little bit. My daughter calls me up and she's like, hey, Dad, you know, I'm still going to be doing OnlyFans, but I'm kind of thinking about not doing it, right? I would say, yes, absolutely, don't do it. In her situation, she's like, no, he would totally be cool with it.
You're saying you would disown your child.
No,
You're saying you would say, be gone, child.
What was the context?
The question was straightforwardly asked. If you found out your daughter had OnlyFans, what would you do?
And I said,
you were saying,
until she cleaned up, I would not be participating with her or allow her in my
you
life.
said it's probably easier for them
Why is that awful?
because you're not supporting your child
Yeah, I'm
anymore.
not supporting
You don't have
bad,
to support
horrible
what you're
decisions that they're
doing, but you
making.
shouldn't
I'm
decide
making them
them.
face
A
consequences.
decision doesn't make them as a whole, though.
You all know better.
No.
You literally told me you know for sure
I
what you're
didn't
doing
say
is bad, and you're just gonna do it anyway. And then you're like,
Who
Dad,
said it's
support it.
bad,
It's crazy.
Yes, that is the definition of good parenting. Just because they're your kids, you don't allow them to engage in nonsensical behavior like this. The world has become so degenerate that we're allowing this nonsense to go on, and apparently the parent who shames this behavior is a bad parent, but the child who engages in this behavior is not a bad child. Make it make sense.
But if you have a bathroom that allows trans people and you get some creep who says, I'm just going to pretend to be trans, if you don't think that's real, then you're crazy. Are there more trans people or are there more sexual predators?
100% more trans people than sexual predators who are specifically going to put on a dress and in order to go into a bathroom specifically. I mean, so that's where I get back to the idea that, look, could someone show that a trans athlete who wants to compete is going to have a physiological advantage because of their history of transition, right?
Mhm.
Probably so. You know, I'm not gonna argue that. Well, let's. How about this? Because I actually don't want to know one way or the other because I have not looked at any research on this, so I don't want to make any claim. So let's just grant that for the sake of this thought experiment, right?
Okay.
The hilarious thing is there's a bunch of people saying this doesn't happen or men wouldn't do that. Yet these are the same people who say that they would rather be with a bear than a man. Sometimes you have to look at the whole situation and you think to yourself, these people aren't even logical people because they all say absolute nonsense.